What's going on?
Hello, hello.
I still look massive. Your head looks tiny. What's going on?
I am actually a hobbit. I am actually.
If I
a
go
hobbit.
here,
Yeah.
Now, wait. If I go here, my head looks tiny. Yours
Yeah.
looks huge.
Now you're the hobbit.
Okay. I don't want to be the hobbit, so I'm going to come closer. Look, you see your hobbit-like head has already scared 2 people away.
I do.
There was 4 people watching just now. What's happened there?
Where'd the other 2 go?
I don't know. It's all right. It's fine. So we don't normally do streams on Sunday.
Come on back. Come on.
I don't normally do streams on Sunday. You
No,
don't.
This is a special. This is a special night.
It is. Keith is here though. Keith is in the house. We've got
Keith.
had Brogo in earlier. Good to see Brugu. Vex Electronica. Vex, I sent you the link. Come in and say hello, even if you're staying off camera. I know you've been a bit poorly, but if you want to come in, come backstage, pop on the stream real quick. Come and say hi to Matt. Matt's a big fan of animals. He loves dead cats. So you know, come in. Keith is here. Keith is always here. That's good. So we are just in from Mission Impossible 7.
Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Vex, do you want to come in and communicate with us using the medium of interpretive dance?
Okay.
Possibly not. Okay. Yeah.
No, her voice is still going. Damn it.
Guys, thanks for popping in. This is an irregular. We're doing extra streams this week because Matt's only with me till Friday. So we've got an extra retro double bill review on Thursday. We're about to watch Rise of the Foot Soldier, which is a big British gangster epic film.
This one, in fact.
That one, in fact. And we're going to watch The Long Good Friday probably tomorrow. I don't think we'll do both of them tonight. No. And then we're doing a double review of both of those on we're going to do that when we're doing that Thursday night, right? We're doing that late Thursday night. We're doing that late Thursday night.
I've never seen it, so this is all new for me.
You've not seen Long Good Friday either.
I haven't seen both of them. So
Matt's never seen either of these.
Of these classic.
Vex is asking how the week's been treating us both. Well, we've been bombarded by Henry Cavill poems in the post. Every time we go out to leave the apartment, there is a huge mound of poems and correspondence from Vex to Henry Cavill. I'm not sure how my residence ended up being this kind of way station for this romantic correspondence and communication interlude. But I think we have another letter from Cavill's lawyer, so we'll read that out later. Anyway, we are actually... Yeah, I do that. When I'm with people, I mimic their accents. It's just an acting thing.
I thought maybe my accent would start becoming more
English.
No, mate.
My accent's been becoming more Australian.
Starting to get more Australian,
It's getting a bit more Australian. I kind of noticed that. Anyway, so without further ado, we just got back from Mission Impossible 7.
MI7 Dead Reckoning Part 1. And
we saw it at one of the best cinemas in London, which is the Empire Leicester Square. If you go on YouTube, you can look up the laser show that they used to do in the late 80s and early 90s, which they did for the first time with Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which I took 40 people to see on that opening night.
That would have been something good to see.
And I still have the tickets. Excellent guest today, Lance. So he's saying that Lance is an excellent guest to have on his own show. Oh, he means you. Okay.
Of course, Lance is a great guy, a great guest to have on his own show.
Put some fish and chips on the barbie. That's like a sort of like UK kind of Australian combination. I like what you're doing there, Keith. Keep coming up with those brogos saying, how do you like the UK?
How do I like the UK? I'm digging it. It's very, very it's very fun. I've had a great time so far. I've got another few weeks here. And very much looking forward to seeing the rest of the country. So
he's been before, and
but only for a week. So I'm getting to see more and do more this time around, and I'm enjoying it very much.
And he only got 2 days of Lance last time. This time he's got 7 days.
Now I've got 7 days.
7 days of Lance. So you know, what could be better?
Keeping it real.
Absolutely, yeah. We definitely keeping it real. And we've just had a very fiery Indian. So if it gets fiery in here, then
blame the Indian.
Yeah, or something. Okay, so Mission Impossible 7. All right, let's.
My first IMAX screen experience.
That's right. I forgot that.
I haven't been to an IMAX cinema in all my life.
Well, let's talk about the cinema first. How did you find the cinema, Matthew?
Well, it was a stunning cinema, beautiful. The sound was incredible. I did really think the sound was good. I actually thought when the trailers were starting that I felt that maybe the screen was too big and I would be overwhelmed and unable to follow the movie because of it. But the clarity of the IMAX screen and everything, it improved vastly from the trailers. and so I could actually see it properly, because I think the trailers were very grainy, probably lower resolution.
Yeah. And actually, before we get into the movie, let's talk about the trailers that we saw, because we saw 4.
We did
excellent trailers that we wanted. I think
4 trailers and 3 excellent films.
3 excellent films that we said yes, we would like to see those films as soon as possible.
Yeah.
One that we were like, fuck off.
Yeah, boring. Go away. Expendables 4.
I was going to try and let people guess, but there you go. Matt's blown the monkey on that one. So we saw the latest trailer for Oppenheimer. I really don't want to see any more. I just want to see the movie.
Yeah, that looked pretty amazing.
We saw the trailer for
The
Creator, which is Edwards, Rogue One director.
Oh, Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards' new science fiction epic. It looks epic. It looks good.
It does look good.
Very similar to a script that Matt cooked up not that long ago, which we were kind of venting our frustrations about. But does look good.
I'll probably get to the cinema to see that one.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that on the big screen. The Creator. And then we saw a trailer for... What was the third thing?
Oh, shit. What was it?
What was the third thing? It was a good thing. It was Oppenheimer, The Creator, and I've seen the trailer for Oppenheimer, but the other trailer was new as well for both of us. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, no, it was The Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, Killers of the Flower Moon. So I'd seen the trailer, but not in the cinema.
That was a different trailer that I'm seeing.
Yeah, so it was a new trailer for Killers of the Flower Moon, which is Martin Scorsese's big new epic. So we saw the trailer for that.
And that looked very cool.
That looks very, very, very good.
Yeah, that looks.
That's gonna win some awards.
That looks like Marty back on form. I thought The Irishman was good, but a little bit had some problems. And this feels like Martin Scorsese getting back to form.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna win some awards. It's gonna get a lot of nominations. It's gonna win some awards for sure.
Definitely.
I think.
Looks good, very good.
I think Leo, Jesse Plemons, and De Niro are all looking at nominations for that film.
Yeah,
I reckon,
no doubt.
And it would be good for Jesse Plemons to sort of no longer be like the second Matt Damon. Is Matt Damon
discount Matt Damon?
Is Matt Damon available? No. Can we get Jesse Plemons? That's the next. That's the next thing on the phone call. So we got Cannoli Sasquatch in the house. I briefly popped on his
hello
anniversary stream when you were sleeping.
Right.
But I got to serenade Vex Electronica with Henry Cavill's latest poem to her. Very important.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this Henry Cavill business is about.
Copa Catania insisted that I was put in charge of all correspondence between Vex Electronica and Henry Cavill in regards to romantic communication. Well, I've been given this job. I'm not really sure, but it is all Copa's fault. And that's what's important for people to know. Okay.
It's very cryptic.
Not if you're Copa or Vex. So, okay, let's get back on track. Let's before we go down too many rabbit holes, let's go to Dead Reckoning. So here we are. So directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who's done at least 2 others.
2. Yep, he did Rogue Nation and was it Fallout?
Yeah, so he did the 2 before this one. So he's done 3 in a row, basically.
Yes, this is his third. And I think, he's the only director in the series that's managed to do more than one. Because they've all been handled by a different director each time.
And for all that we agree on, Matt also doesn't like Mission Impossible 2 like everyone else. Whereas I love Mission Impossible 2. So
this is where this is where the trail separates. This
is where our friendship has been tested.
Yes,
but we do both agree that Hayley Atwell was quite a pleasing addition to the.
She was a wonderful addition to the cast. And
Tim agrees. Save me some Hayley Atwell. I'm drowning. I think we know what you mean.
Yes, I thought she was. I thought she was splendid in this film. Not only easy on the eyes, but also I found her character and her performance excellent. She was clever but vulnerable. She was also got herself into situations where she wasn't fully in control and she needed help, but then she could turn around and save someone else's life. I thought she was great.
Thank you for the 10 people watching, by the way. Like and subscribe. Do put a comment in the chat. Maybe we should get a poll going. Should Vex continue with her romantic communication with Henry Cavill? Vote yes or no or indifferent. Retro Nerd
I
Girl
say
is in the
no.
house.
Don't worry about who
We
you care, we'll
love
break your heart.
retro. We love Retro Nerd Girl.
Hello, Retro Nerd Girl.
Yeah, Retro Nerd Girl is a 9.9 on the gorgeousometer. Okay, so this is the team.
Now we're not going to give away spoilers.
No, we're not doing spoilers.
We're not doing spoilers.
This,
I'd like to, but we can't. We won't do it because you haven't seen it all yet. I'm assuming.
This is the team in Rome.
Yes. No, that's Venice.
Venice. That's right, Venice. Yeah.
This is also Venice.
So okay, I mean, I'll give my verdict on the film at the end. I have some issues with the movie. Every movie now seems to have a big nightclub sequence.
Oh yes.
All of these
Batman did.
Yeah, every movie it's like we've got to have a big nightclub sequence. It's going to be very flash. It's lots of purple lights. There's always a big courtyard full of people. Then we're going to go to an interior. There's going to be lots of lit up screens. And I was kind of
scantily clad dancing women.
Yeah, that bit didn't bother me so much, but I
doesn't usually bother me.
I was very much kind of thinking as I was watching this scene. Man, we've seen this scene in like 7 other movies, and all of them pretty recent. John Wick 4 had almost an identical scene.
I said the Batman had one.
The Batman had one.
It's almost become a bit of a like you've got to. It's like you've got to have that in action film. Like you've got to have the seedy, dirty nightclub where all the deals and the people meet.
I would have been quite happy for this whole scene to have played out in a restaurant.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
although the music track they did pick was very cool.
But no, it was good music, and the
pumping.
Canoli had some issues with the movie. If you agree with any of the ones I bring up, Canoli, because I do have some issues with it, do chime in. I did think it was too long. I think it could have been 20 minutes shorter. I thought this whole nightclub sequence could have been 10 minutes shorter. I think the whole Rome sequence could have been 5 minutes shorter. I think there was definitely room for Harvey Scissorhands. I mean, apart from he's in prison and no longer able to edit films. But
I'm gonna have to disagree. I was perfectly happy with I did not feel like I wanted to, you know, not that I own a watch, but I never felt that I wanted to look at my watch. I was thoroughly entertained, and in fact, when I felt the movie was coming to its end, I was actually a little disappointed that it was coming to an end because I was enjoying it so much.
I didn't feel it dragged or anything. I just thought, yeah, these scenes could go a bit quicker, but you know,
you know what I feel like? I feel like I've been so starved of good movies for so freaking long that even though this might have been overlong and a bit excessive, because it was so good, I thought, you know, stuff it. Be as long as you like because I'm having a good time.
I didn't mind it being a bit indulgent. You're right. We've had heaps of shit. So I was prepared. These are niggles. These are not. Retro agrees. I think she's with me on the kind of checking. You know, how much longer till I can make it to the loo.
I want to say, in the film's defense, this was a far more epic story with a lot more characters than we've ever seen in a Mission Impossible film before.
Yeah.
This is taking everything to 11, as the Spinal Tap boys would say. This one goes to 11. So this one goes to 11. And as someone who has made a film and that has crept over the 2-hour mark, it is when you're trying to fit a lot in and you've got a big story, it is actually really hard to get it under 2 hours.
Who is the guy, by the way, at the party whose job it is to light all of these candles at the same time? Because I don't know whose job that is, but that job fucking sucks.
It would suck.
Yeah, and it's not just this corridor. We then cut to another corridor because, you know, Tom Cruise likes to run very long distances in his films. And
he trains, and he's gonna have that shot be in there. Damn it!
That shot is it. That shot's going in. It's got to be in there. He's got to be on a bike at some point, and he's going to be.
Oh, that was funny when we're watching it, and you were like, "You watch. He's going to get on a bike, and like within like literally 1 second, boom, he's on a motorcycle."
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Matt and I had an entertaining time watching this movie because the kid was kicking both our seats
in the back. Yeah,
in the back from behind us. Somebody was on their phone in the front towards the end.
And the guy to my left was on his phone.
And the guy towards Matt's left was, at one point, both phones were on at the same time. And this is in a West End cinema on an opening weekend where generally, you know, and you pay those tickets were 25 quid each. So,
holy shit.
Shush, yeah. It was for someone's birthday present. So don't tell them. So, so basically you pay big money to go to those West End cinemas. and you expect people to be of the mentality, yeah, I'm not going to be on my phone and be a prick because
Or kick the back of your chair.
well, it was a kid, so
Yeah.
once I did have a pop at him, I had to turn around and I said, would you mind not kicking the back of my chair again? Thank you, like that.
He did a good job. You know, the thing is, he was kicking my chair too, but I was actually so engrossed in the movie, I actually wasn't consciously registering the being kicked in the back.
I was engrossed, but then he started kicking my chair like every 2 seconds.
I think you were getting a little bit worse than I was.
Yeah. Retro's pointing out that it had to be a team. So does that mean in the world of the milieu of the film, the nightclub hires a team of candle lighters? So we're talking about the stuff that happens within the world rather than on the set. But yeah, I'm sure the art department, they probably had about 20 people.
Yeah.
Light them now, you know, because they're going to do how many takes of that before they all burn down as well. Tom's done his 7th take.
Yep.
Is that it, Tom? No, I'm good for one more. Yeah, I can imagine that.
It wasn't actually 3 hours to say David Macy. It's not 3 hours long. It's 2 hours 40.
But with the trailers, it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Once the trailers.
But I'm actually someone who doesn't mind 3 hours.
See you, Lance. Good to see you, Lance. Always nice to meet someone with a cool name.
I don't think there's anything wrong with 3-hour films. Braveheart is a 3-hour movie and it flies.
No,
Gladiator is the same length as this movie, and it goes real quick. There's nothing wrong with a 3-hour film if it's justified.
Okay, so I don't want to get into spoilers, but I personally had a problem with this character's arc and their redemption. I didn't find it believable within the world that was presented, and I'm just going to leave that there. I liked her performance. I liked her character. I just didn't believe what happened with her in the movie.
It didn't bother me so much. I can see why it bothered you, but I was prepared to accept it in the context of this story.
This is actually 2 seconds after I said to Matt, hey, I think Tom Cruise is about to jump on a bike.
Yeah.
And
of course, and then as soon as he said that, 1 second later, vroom, you get the wheel going around screeching, and we burst into laughter.
Yeah.
But it was, I don't know, it's like nice predictability. It's so predictable, but when you get it, it's so warm and fuzzy. It gives you the warm fuzzies.
Now, this stunt, I believe, was done in Norway, but when you see a lot of the shots of the train, the steam train, they were actually shot in Derby and in the Derbyshire Dales, and a lot of the mountains were shot in Norway, and then they were CGI'd over to the Derby footage.
And it works. I would never have known it.
I'm liking that dress. Retro. This is a silver dress, and I know how much you like silver dresses, so let's see if we can find out where that's available.
It's hard to get dressed.
Retro says, I think long films are great. I just feel as if it's too abusive now. Do you mean abusive? I think you might mean abusive.
Or misused.
Misused. Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, most of these Marvel films don't need to be 3 hours long. Like, who wants to watch 3 hours of the Eternals?
I don't want to watch 3 minutes of it.
No, but when the film has this much energy, has this much class, and is so well crafted, and actually has a very complex story, I'm completely okay with the runtime.
That's an interesting piece of jewelry.
It is.
She should have worn that in the movie.
Beautiful woman, that Rebecca Ferguson, great actress, but man, her red carpet dresses that she picks for her premieres are completely off the wall.
Okay. So noted. Well, we seem to be
Hayley Atwell, mate. I don't think she's ever looked better than this film.
This girl has an extraordinary selection of dresses as well. That's 3 now. Who's this guy?
I don't know. He was shit. He was crap. Next one.
No, good. Okay, yeah. Let's move on.
I actually didn't really like her character. What's her name? This actress, not that one. The scary blonde, the weird one. I forgot her name.
Well, the one that had the arc that I didn't like. Oh no! You mean
one? No.
You mean Vanessa Kirby. Vanessa Kirby.
I didn't like her in the other ones so much, but I was finding her more intriguing in this film. Vanessa Kirby's character.
Yeah, I like her as an actress. I think she's pretty good. There's a big discussion about Barbie occurring in the talk right now. I'm not sure that's allowed.
Yeah, I don't give a flying F about Barbie, and I'll never see it, and I don't care.
I actually think the Barbie film looks a lot of fun. I'm gonna.
You can enjoy that one. I'm gonna
go and see that.
I'm not gonna watch a film based on a freaking toy line. That's a waste of my time.
Okay. Well, moving on. All right. So let's.
Hayley Atwell just doesn't age. No, she doesn't age, and but
Yeah.
you know what? She well, we all age, but she just
Except
gets
for me.
better with age. Like
She
I remember
has.
seeing her in a film called the like a British, like a sort of a bit of a stuffy British sort of period drama. But she looks better, and that was like 15 years ago, and she looks better now than she did 15 years ago.
How do I turn people into mods on here? Because I was trying to make David Macy a mod on here the other day, and
I don't know. I've never used this, so
I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? Retro, tell me how to. By the way, she's saying Hayley is gorgeous, so you know, retro likes a bit of Hayley.
She is.
But yeah, retro. Remind me how I mod somebody. Could do with a couple more mods on here. But yeah. All right. Well, let's talk cast. Let's go through the cast. Well, let's do cast, and then we'll do production, and we'll wrap up. We're not gonna be on for hours, guys. But we'll cover a few things.
Well, we get a few. We get our faithful regulars, or most of them anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love the Ving Rhames, the holy trinity of Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg. I think works beautifully in this film.
Yeah, really good.
Loved it. I heard some reviews, sort of bitching that Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames were sort of sidelined in this film, and I didn't feel that at all.
No, they're in it fairly
consistently.
Yeah. They're in it.
I don't know. I didn't feel cheated, and I love those characters, and I think they've I think they were great. There's only so much you can do with them though, but I think they work really, really well. So I'm very happy with those characters. I think Hayley Atwell's character was a great new addition, and I think an addition that was needed because she plays more of a fish out of water character in this world of spies and espionage. She's a little bit of a newcomer to the whole thing and doesn't know the world she's getting into. And I think that was a really good addition this late in the series to have someone who was a fish out of water.
Right.
So I think that's what made her work so well. So she had the sort of deer in the headlights look in many scenes and had to rely on, Tom Cruise, who's sort of an old dog at this. Right. So I thought that dynamic really worked really nicely.
Yeah, I agree.
Imagine being chained to Hayley Atwell for all that time of filming in a little vehicle.
Oh man, I can imagine that.
I'm
imagining that very hard. Yeah, my imagination's running wild right now. Yeah, I mean, Simon Pegg is kind of the comedy relief. There's been movies where they've got to do more, and there's been movies where they got to do less.
Yeah, but we've seen it, and we can't. You don't want to rehash that. Like you've either got to do something either real big with them, or you've just got to basically keep them in this.
Yeah. Do you know one of the things I noticed about the movie that really struck me, especially compared to the last film and my favorite one, Mission Impossible 2, for those people listening, was the lack of gunplay. There was not a lot of rounds fired. And there wasn't
no, except in the desert at the beginning, but that was
yeah. In the intro there was, but
not in the rest of the film. There wasn't a lot of gunplay.
Apart from that, there was
Mission Impossible 3 had way too many explosions. This didn't.
It did. But there was almost no automatic weapon exchanges apart from the stuff at the beginning.
That's after the desert scene. That really wasn't gunfire.
It was much more of a cerebral spy thriller. Which focused on how they were going to achieve what they needed to do. There was a few fisticuffs.
Yeah, a lot of fisticuffs and fights.
Lots of chases.
But it was a real sort of, because the MacGuffin is so small, the MacGuffin is constantly switching hands. It's this constant. Yeah. It's this constant interplay of this MacGuffin constantly getting switched between different characters, which was cool.
This is true. Let's stick with the cast before we get into other areas. So we like Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg.
Yeah, we love the Holy Trinity.
I mean, there's also the Holy Trinity of Hayley Atwell, Rebecca Ferguson, and Vanessa Kirby.
I thought that was an exceptional Holy Trinity as well.
Yeah, Matt couldn't stop talking about that Holy Trinity all the way home. All three of them were good. There's not a weak actress among those three.
No. Really, and this is, I hate using this term because it's such a cliche, but strong female characters. They were strong female characters, but they were very well written, and in a time when we're not getting really well written female characters.
Yeah.
This was refreshing. It's like everyone needs to look. This is how you do it properly.
How did we like Isai Morales as the bad guy?
I thought he was excellent. I thought he was one of the strongest villains we've had in a while since Philip Seymour Hoffman in this series.
This is one of his villain scenes that was cut from the movie.
It just wasn't. It just didn't feel like it was putting the threat across.
No, he was. I liked him. I like him as an actor. I've always rated.
I'm trying to think of what else I've seen him in.
Well, he one of his very early things was La Bamba, but he was also in American Me. He's done a ton of American television drama. He's always consistently good.
He was good.
And I put something on his Twitter about that because he is on Twitter, and he liked it. And I think I even got a little comment from him. This is going back a few months now, and I didn't even know he was in Mission Impossible when I said that. I just said, you know,
he's the villain of the biggest movie of the year.
He is. In terms of production and filming and all of this kind of thing, we know that the
it's very well. I think the film is exceptionally well crafted. I think that editing, cinematography, the music, the staging, the fact that you can all this mental action and you can follow it. You know what's going on. Which is not an easy thing to do when it comes to action. So I think Christopher McQuarrie has an excellent grasp of, you know, the big scenes and also the little intimate moments as well.
I mean, because let's before we get on to the shoot, because David's asked a question about the shoot. Lance Chaffin is very keen to be a moderator. I'll come back to that, mate. I've got a couple of mods already, and I promised David he would be a mod who's been literally our most prominent person in chat for forever. We'll come back to that, Lance.
David Macy, what does he say about Tim Stalks says Haley Atwell Grace is like Catwoman or something here. Is like this Catwoman-esque origin story. Yeah, kind of. She is that archetype.
I did whisper to Matt in the cinema, and I said, I think she's going to turn out to be a bad guy. I thought she was going to turn out to be not just working for somebody else, but I thought she was going to be somebody else. And maybe that will be the case in the second movie. We don't know yet, but I think I was probably wrong.
What I think I like about the Mission Impossible films and why they feel so cinematic, and I think why people just love returning to them, is because they are full of archetypes, character archetypes, not stereotypes, archetypes that we love about, you know. Haley Atwell was very much the shapeshifter. She's, you know, the cat burglar, whose allegiances shift. She's a shapeshifter. And you know, Tom Cruise's character is very much the straight hero. You've always got the villain, and then you've got the friendly assistants of, you know, the supporting characters that help the hero in Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg. I don't know. It's just got all the archetypes that we love in movies, and that's why it works so well. And they've managed to give in those archetypes. They give them three-dimensional characters.
In response to how big the shoot was, they were originally in Rome for 40 days, but that got shut down by the pandemic. They then did stunt rehearsals in Surrey. There was a second unit that started filming in Norway, while the motorcycle stunt rig was done in Oxfordshire. So, you know, I mean,
they had a lot of problems they got shut down and during COVID, and they got special permission to keep filming. They used the Abu Dhabi airport when it was in lockdown because no one was in it, and so they had full access.
That was the Abu Dhabi airport, not Terminal 5. I thought that was the roof of Terminal 5.
No, that was the Abu Dhabi airport, and they got access to it because it was not in a lot of use during the lockdown period.
Right.
So that's how they managed to. Basically, they got full run of the airport, which normally would be an impossible thing when you've got thousands of people going through there every day.
Yeah.
Hey, what is Brogu? Is the villain in this movie capable and entertaining? Absolutely. This villain.
Who said that?
Brogu.
Oh yeah, there we go.
What makes a great villain is if the villain is just that little bit stronger than the hero, and this villain is both ruthless, clever, and very powerful. So he is a legitimate, dangerous threat to all our characters because he's just one step ahead. He, again, unlike the the crap Marvel villains we've had for the last 6 years. This villain's great. In fact, I cannot wait to see what they do with this villain in part 2.
It's interesting because I've just realised that part of the airport scene was actually filmed at Birmingham Grand Central Shopping Centre. It's on Wikipedia,
All right.
and I've been there many times. And I just realised, and I can see the shots, and I know exactly what shots they're talking about.
They're like the shops that they were in.
It's some of the shops, and also some of the running up and down of escalators.
Okay.
Well, definitely the escalators there.
There you go.
I mean, it's a very, very modern, big, open plan station. It's a really good place to double for an airport. An airport, absolutely, yeah. Again, 2021, they were spotted filming there. And then other filming locations for the movie included a terminal still under construction for Abu Dhabi Airport. So that's why they were able to get in there. It wasn't open yet.
Right.
So they populated that.
It certainly didn't look like the Abu Dhabi Airport that I was in 3 or 4 days ago. That was no. So it must be something that's new and under construction.
The man from Del Monte, he said, where Abu Dhabi Airport, the terminal the Matt went to, is concerned. Polish bridge controversy. What do we know about that?
I know about this. I learnt about this. They were looking for a bridge that they could blow up, and they found one in Switzerland, but the Swiss told them, get stuffed. You're not blowing up any bridges, so go find something else. So they found one in Poland that was built during the war, Second World War.
Right.
And they were going to blow that one up, but then the Polish press and the locals got wind of it, and there was a huge outcry in Poland. And they said, no way, you're not blowing up our history. You're not blowing up this bridge. So they had to go back to England and actually come up with a whole new way. They had to essentially create the bridge in miniatures, CGI, and do it that way.
It was a bridge that was used by trains until 2016. And despite the public praising the bridge as extremely valuable, an expert misrepresented conclusions of a commissioned report that instead of renovating, it would be best to demolish the bridge and build a new one. Okay. Now, whether that was I don't know whether that was anything to do with the film or whether that was something to do with a local council person. All kinds of things could have been going on there.
So they did end up blowing up.
No. There was that was the one that had the outcry.
Right.
You could tell that bridge explosion was CGI.
Yeah.
So I don't think they blew up a bridge.
I don't think you need to go blowing up real bridges.
No.
It's a movie, for Christ's sake.
No. The bridge explosion scene was fine.
The train that actually hit the water at the end, that was real. That was a big, massive train.
That train going off the end of the water, that was filmed in the UK.
It was.
And they built a special track to do that.
To launch it.
That was done in Derby, and that was one of the last things to be filmed. So, did we want to say anything else about the cast? We kind of got into production.
Well, I think that's the main.
We jumped around a bit there.
You know, there was a noticeable absence of Alec Baldwin. Didn't he? Wait a minute, I think that character died in Fallout, didn't he?
That character got killed.
Yeah.
That's why he was absent.
Yes,
he was dead.
Because I was thinking at the beginning, I was like, why isn't Alec Baldwin here? I forgot he died in Fallout.
Hey, cats and kittens! Oh, when I hear that use of words, I get chills. That's to do with Tiger King. Did you see Tiger King?
No, I didn't.
Matt and I might be doing a marathon of Tiger King.
No,
later.
I don't want to watch Tiger King. I don't want to see that.
We're not. We're gonna watch a gangster film.
I want to watch gangster films.
I like the guy who plays Kitteridge in the movie. He's a good actor.
Kitteridge? Which character?
Kitteridge. That's let me get his name up.
That's the guy chasing
Henry Sonsey Kitteridge. Who, you know, the
Henry. He was good. I think he was a villain in the first one. Sort of. I thought he was a villain.
The guy that was no.
Because he was the guy in the shop with the aquarium and all the water comes bursting.
In the very first one, that was Julia Roberts' dad played the villain. The one who betrays them. Different actor.
No.
Talking Mission Impossible 1.
Mission Impossible 1, that's the actor in the aquarium, in the shop with the aquarium in the roof that Tom gets the chewing gum and throws it.
Yeah, but he's not the one who ultimately betrays them in the helicopter with the guy who plays Jean
Reno. No, that's John Voight.
John Voight, right. John Voight's the one who betrays them.
Yeah, but I thought the Henry
I think
Cernzi or Zerzi or whatever his name is. I thought he was a bit of a bad. I thought he was
he's
a
kind
bit
of a bad guy, but he's sort of not the bad guy, you know. And
yeah,
then
he's not the ultimate villain.
No.
But
So,
there's something definitely shifty about that character, though.
well, indeed. So Retro No Girl is still here. We love that. So Retro, do you want to pop on?
I thought it was nice to see Kerry Elways. It was good to see him again.
I'm going to send Retro the invite in case she wants to pop on. I don't think I sent it to her.
Kerry Elways was a good was
I've
good.
Always, do you know what? I've always called him Carrie Yules.
That's what I've always called, but then I found out it was Elways.
Is it Elways?
I'm sure it's Elways.
Yeah.
Because I always thought it was Kerry Yules, and that's how I've always thought of him. But then one day I was corrected, and apparently it's Elways.
Yeah. Oh, I had sent Retro the link already if she wants to pop on. I don't think she's seen the film yet, but Retro, that's not necessary. You can just come on and say hi. But
I thought with the cast, this is a huge action movie, and the action is splendid, but it is really, I thought the way they wove character moments that make you care about the characters and the interplay of those characters was not left behind or left on the cutting room floor, which is probably why it was 2 hours 40, because they're trying to balance action with character. And normally what they do with these films is that they favor the action over the character. And because they think everyone's there to see the action. But I thought that this was a very good balance, and that's why the movie runs a little bit longer.
Right.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, there's a number of cameos, by the way, of sort of quite well-known actors. Going to mention Indra Verma, who's been in a number of
Game of Thrones. I recognised her from that.
She was a big role in Game of Thrones. She's done a lot of British dramas.
Of course, she was good.
She's done Star Wars.
Well, not a big role, but like a cameo, wasn't it?
She has a cameo in it. She's just in one scene. I don't think they were killed, so
no.
She may well be in part 2. I have a feeling.
She's like an FBI person, wasn't
she?
Yeah,
I think we'll be seeing her in part 2. Mark Gatiss is another very accomplished British actor and playwright, guys, by the way.
He was very good in that film with Hermione Caulfield, the road dance.
He has a very quick part. There's a friend of mine in the film as well. I had heard he was in it. He was under NDA, so he wouldn't discuss when I asked him.
Oh, he was in the submarine, wasn't he?
He was, and that was Adrian Boucher. He was the weapons officer on the console. So I think all of that stuff was all shot at Leavesden, because that was all interiors.
Leavesden, what's that?
Yeah, Leavesden Studio, which was set up to do Bond. Originally, it's also where the Harry Potter, you can go around the Harry Potter sets and all that kind of thing. Hey, do you want to go around the Harry Potter sets? Maybe we can get up there before you.
No, I'm not into Harry Potter. I've never actually seen a Harry Potter film.
Thank God for that. I thought I was going to have to go up to the Harry Potter sets.
No, I'm not into Harry Potter. I've never seen a Harry Potter film.
So that's Adrian. He's as big and as tall as he looks.
He looks like a big dude.
He is a big dude for those ladies who may be interested.
Yep.
No, he's a nice guy. He's a very lovely guy.
Brogo's asked, is this the best Mission Impossible film in my opinion?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about where we think this one fits in the Mission Impossible scale of the 7.
Well, my Mission Impossible scale is very different from yours.
It is, but that's cool. We can share our scales and tell the world.
So,
what we think.
My least favorite of the Mission Impossibles is number 3, and my favorite is still number 2. But then I haven't watched 2 in a long time, but I've watched it many times, just not in a long time.
Right.
But I have watched it like 5 or 6 times. Saw it twice at the cinema. Saw it at the same cinema we saw it at, in fact.
Right.
Yeah, funnily enough. In fact, I saw the first one and the second one at the cinema we were at. I saw the third one at the one where we had the sign behind us. I saw the third one there with my dad. Saw the first one with my dad. Fourth one, is that the one? Is the fourth one the
Ghost Protocol?
Is that the one sort of Dubai? Is that Dubai?
That's the one with the big glass building in Dubai.
Right, that's the one I saw in Uganda where there was constant power cuts during the movie.
Not the best way to watch that film.
No, not the best way. And I've only seen it the once. It was okay, but I felt it had a bit too much CGI in it for me. But I quite liked it. I think I probably would say 2 is my favorite, probably then 6, probably then 5, then 4, Actually, I think 3 is better than 1. I think 1 is the weakest for me because it hasn't quite found its feet, and it's a little bit. And I wasn't convinced by the ending scene. For me, it was too CGI heavy. But I like this film. Yeah, it was good. I mean, are we doing scores now?
Well, let's
right.
let me tell you my list now.
All right, you tell me your list. Yeah.
All right, so I would say working from the top down. I'll work from the top down.
Right.
My favorite is Rogue Nation.
Okay.
Then Ghost Protocol.
Yep.
Then Fallout.
Okay.
Then number 1. Then number 3.
Right.
Then number 2. In fact, number 2, I don't even regard it as a Mission Impossible film. I just pretend it doesn't exist. So that's my order. So there's only 6 Mission Impossible films in my mind, and that's the order of the Mission Impossible.
Okay, well, it's been lovely having you on the channel, Matt. Next week, I'll be on my own.
So that I thought, but I think. But I didn't. You know, I forgot to put this film in the. I forgot that.
Yeah. So where does this come?
I think this one for me is my third favorite. I think this one is better. I think this is better than Fallout. So I think it would be for me. It would be Rogue Nation, Ghost Protocol, and Dead Reckoning.
Yeah, this one for me is probably my third favorite.
Yeah.
I need to see Ghost Protocol again.
I really, really like this film.
Yeah.
I was when the credits went up, I was completely like, yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had no complaints.
Aside from getting kicked by the kid behind us and the phones.
But that wasn't the movie's fault. That was just the idiots around us.
Yeah.
That's having to deal with other human beings.
And it's doing pretty well.
You don't respect cinema.
No, it's doing pretty well on the money, which is good. So, okay, out of 10, Matt, on IMDb, what would you give it? And
I'm going to give it a 9.5.
9.5.
This is a solid 9.5 for me.
People in the chat who've seen it, what would you give Fallout? No, Mission Impossible 7. Sorry, Fallout's the one.
Fallout.
Before. What would you give Mission Impossible 7? Dead Reckoning, Part 1, out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh yeah, tell us.
Yeah, tell us.
I would say someone's asked here. Fallout was great. Did someone say? I thought I saw someone ask what we thought of Fallout.
No, Retro said she loves Fallout. White Bear says Fallout was pretty sweet.
I love Fallout.
Brogo says Fallout was great. I like Fallout.
I think Fallout is a magnificent movie. I'd give that a 8.5. Easy.
Yeah, I like
8.5 out of 10.
I mean, for me, this film is an 8.5 out of 10. I have got some issues with it. I'm not convinced by the blonde assassin's arc of redemption. I didn't find that believable in this world, and I had a problem with that. I think it could have been a bit shorter, 20 minutes shorter. There's a lot of exposition. The movie could have even started sooner, although I actually really loved the opening sequence with the submarine.
No, I thought that was really good.
I really liked that.
It had a lot of exposition because there was a lot of stuff you got to learn.
I didn't mind the exposition dump stuff. I know some people had some issues with that. I quite liked I liked the opening submarine thing. The chase in Italy was good.
I thought the Rome chase was great because those roads, trying to drive on those cobblestone roads are so slippery, and they really had some fun with that. That was great.
Yeah. I know it was fun. The bathroom fight in Fallout, as Chaffin is saying, was insane.
That was great.
We do accept.
I found Fallout to have in the end too much action, not enough character. That was my problem with it. It was so action heavy, not character heavy. Whereas I felt this film got the balance right, much better than Fallout did. As spectacular as Fallout was, this Dead Reckoning had a better character to action ratio that balanced each other.
Right. Some people, White Bear said he's heard from a few people it was mid drawn out, but I have a hard time thinking
honestly,
that
man,
a Mission Impossible movie.
It really blows my mind that people get all like, oh, this is a really average film, or this was a bit. It's like, man, when you've got a film this good, this solid, this well done, people nitpick. It's like, guys, it's like It's like being given a Ferrari for your birthday, and you get a little, and you're going up and finding little scratches and going, "Oh, it's not perfect."
You're annoyed it hasn't got the right fluffy dice hanging.
Yeah, and it's like, are you kidding?
The,
You've got a Ferrari. You've got a movie this good. Don't complain about it. Like,
yeah, I'm not. My gripes with it are pretty minor. On the whole, listen, it was great cinema. I had a good time. I was not bored. I got to turn around and get very sharp with a child sitting behind me, and his mother then told him off.
Good.
That was an exciting, dramatic part of the film.
That was your Mission Impossible, and you chose to accept it.
I did, and that kicking went on for a pretty long time. Let me tell you. He was kicking Matt's chair as well, which was mainly mine, but Matt's.
No, I got a few kicks.
No, I got like 50 kicks, man. I got like 20 kicks in the last 2 minutes before I had to go at that kid.
Why would you bring an 8-year-old to this film? It's too long. It's an adult's film. Parents, just be wiser.
Yeah.
Be wiser. Don't bring your kids along. They don't have respect for cinema yet.
Wait until we go a full year without new content. Lance Chaffin, you need to learn to use the lowercase button before you can become a moderator. But I do appreciate the offer.
Yeah, that's a lot of caps, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of caps. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a good film. 8.5 out of 10 from me, which is a good score. Anything over 7 or above, I'm going to watch again. Matt did say to me on the way home he didn't think it was as good as Invasion USA, which is understandable.
What seriously? What is better than Invasion USA?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's better than Invasion USA. But yeah, I mean, a Mission Impossible movie with Chuck Norris as the enemy, could that work? That could be fun.
Oh, I don't know. I think Chuck Norris is best left in the past.
Yeah, maybe it could be a Mission Impossible time travel movie, and Tom Cruise could have to defeat a young Chuck Norris.
Oh God. Let's not drag any more old actors out of retirement.
Yeah,
let's leave nostalgia in the past. I say that's what happened with Indiana Jones.
The trailer that we saw for Forgettables 4 or whatever.
Expendables
4. Right.
What a bore fest.
Oh man, I mean, I found the third film so boring, but yeah, as soon as that trailer came on, I just completely turned off, and I was like, yeah, so Matt, is there any more popcorn going? What's going on? Yeah, so yeah, we saw some great trailers. Particularly looking forward to seeing The Creator. So if you haven't seen the trailer for that already,
that might be a good out of the box sort of out of left field, good, well, not little, but a good sci-fi film.
It looks huge. It looks like it's an epic looking movie.
I hope it doesn't get too sappy though, with all the
we'll see.
Robots.
But retro, I know you like your sci-fi retro, so do check out the trailer for The Creator. I wonder if I can find the link for it. Let me have a look quickly. Which is here. Yeah, that's a trailer, right?
That's the one.
That's pretty
sure.
No,
it looks good. I think it's definitely a film that I'll be getting along to cinemas to see. The trailer, I mean, when I saw it was from Gareth Edwards and I saw a poster, I was a bit like, I can't know if I could be bothered. But now that the trailer was forced upon me, I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, when the first shot came up, we both looked at each other and went, hey, this looks good. It's kind of like we're in sort of Blade Runner territory. What's happening?
Yeah, I think now that he's free of the Star Wars Disney shackles, I think he's probably going to do something good with it.
Bro Goose pointed out a very important fact. Not that one. Time waits for no man unless that man is Chuck Norris. So, I'm just saying.
Oh, Chuck.
CBS News faces the nation. Media titan, what's all this? Delivers doomsday forecast. Actor and writer strike could lead to Hollywood's absolute collapse.
I'm cool with this. Are you cool with Hollywood's? Look, I want them to get the Mission Impossible 2 done, but after that, Hollywood can collapse as far as I'm concerned.
I'm cool with it too because
out of the ashes will rise the independent filmmakers.
Yeah,
and they will revitalize the industry the way that the Scorseses and the Spielbergs did in the 70s. When the 60s, when the studio systems collapsed in the 60s.
And you'll have a lot of very passionate creators.
You'll have true creatives.
People that have got passionate stories.
No more agenda stuff. No more corporate. Rehashing and reanimating the corpses of the past. New, fresh, innovative content needs to come out of the ashes of the collapse of Hollywood. So
Mm.
so may Hollywood collapse, and may Disney smash and fall and be divided up, and we get back to making good content again.
Yeah.
But may Dead Reckoning Part 2 be made before that happens.
So we got 14 people watching. So while we have, just to let you know that Matt and I will be back again on Thursday because we're doing a double gangster review. Let me see if
We've
I can.
also got the other one we're doing as well. We're doing the movie with the Rocketeer.
Oh
the
shit!
Phantom
That's 2 days time. I
Yeah.
forgot. Sorry. So we got 2 streams coming up. Do you know what? I keep thinking we've done that one, and we
No,
haven't.
we haven't.
We haven't done it yet.
No, it's the Rocketeer, the Shadow,
Okay.
and the
Yeah,
Phantom.
yeah. So first of all, guys, on Tuesday. Oh, I've lost my thing now. Hold on. Here we are. Too many screens open. On Tuesday, we've got. Thank you for reminding me, Matt. That's why it's here. You know, keep me out of trouble. So we've got our retro pulp triple review.
Yep.
We just watched The Shadow again last night. We don't need to watch the Rocketeer
because I've seen it 1,000 times.
We've seen it dozens of times, and we'll talk about the Phantom on Tuesday. But we're doing, this is another retro review and discussion, so it's going to be a fun one. I'm hoping we might get retro on for it as well, because I know it's very up her street, but we might be starting too early. But maybe she can come on before the end. And then we also have coming up. Have I got? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Well, we've got coming up on Thursday. We're doing a double gangster film review. The stream's already up.
So UK gangster. Let's be specific.
Yeah, UK gangster.
It's not Goodfellas and Godfather. It's a UK version of gangster films.
It is.
That apparently are good, but I've never seen them. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say anything to Matt. I'm just going to let him watch the movies, and then he can decide. It'll be very interesting for me to hear an opinion of someone who is not impacted by the UK cultural perceptions of what a gangster film should be, or whether it's any good or not.
No, I have no concept around it.
And as an outsider, I mean, because I love Australian crime dramas, I eat them up.
They're okay.
Yeah, see, Matt's not as into them as me. But and it might be the same, although I do like these films, but it might be the same.
Yeah.
While we flip them around. No, we're not doing Snatch, David. We're doing the Long Good Friday.
We're doing a bit more harder edge things than Snatch.
We're
I do love Snatch, and I do love Lock, Stock.
Yeah, we're doing the Long Good Friday, and we're doing Rise of the Foot Soldier, the latter of which is based on a true story. Both of the films have got friends of mine in, actually. In fact, I've got more than one friend in both movies. So
that's right, because Flemyng's in both, which is great.
Flemyng was in Snatch. No, but I'm talking about Long Good Friday and Rise of the Foot Soldier.
Well, the UK films, I should imagine you'd have some
I've
people
got
you know.
I've got about 6 friends in Rise of the Foot Soldier, and I've got 2 in the Long Good Friday. UK gangster flicks. Do they star Bob Hoskins? The Long Good Friday absolutely does. Yeah. So Tuesday at 11:30 p.m. So that's a little bit later than the time that we're at now. We're going to be on doing the pulp one, and then Thursday, which will be the last stream with Matt in the studio before he travels further afield, we'll be doing the gangster one. We never know. We might record some others that we'll put up later. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think we're going to have time. But yeah, okay. So I guess that's it.
That's it.
So it's a big thumbs up from both of us. There we go.
Big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
Go out and see it. I'm going to go see it again. I'm absolutely seeing this one again. I'm going to take my fair lady to go watch it because I think she will enjoy this one immensely as well.
Yeah, I think she'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's got Italy in it. So.
It has. It's got Italy and Venice. She's going to want to go for the Italy porn alone. So it's I'll be taking her to that. And look, and if you can get Nadia to like an action movie, it must be a good movie because she doesn't normally like action movies, but she loves the Mission Impossible films. So
fantastic. All right. Well, look, people are already saying goodbye.
Ciao.
Listen, thanks guys for tuning in.
Record some shorts. Are we capable of doing anything short? I don't think we are.
We might do. We might record a couple of short little vids to put up. They're good for getting subs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Share the post. Go and watch the content. I am about 120 hours away from getting monetized. You've got my feature film on there. It's 2 hours long. There are 32 industry interviews on there. Most of them are 90 minutes or longer. And then you've also got loads of reviews and other useful things. The Making of the Journey is on there. That's 45 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to see you again twice more this week. So we will be seeing you again real soon.
Go out and see Dead Reckoning.